Today we're going to talk to you all about AI credit repair. Okay. What they don't tell you. Okay. So, listen, if you guys have heard of any type of AI credit repair, things of that sort, I need to set some expectations, okay? Because it doesn't mean that things are going to be guaranteed. Let's talk about it, all right? So, first things first, you guys got to first off understand how the dispute process works, okay? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people want to get things removed, things of that sort, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand that just because it's being done by artificial intelligence, AI, that doesn't guarantee anything. Okay. Let's talk about the dispute process first. Dispute does not mean delete. Okay. Dispute does not mean delete. What does that mean? Okay. Dispute means that the Bureau is essentially, they legally are required to investigate within 30 days. Okay. Now let's pause right there for a second. We do know that, of course, these credit bureaus have been getting in trouble, okay, for not doing their job, as we know, okay? And of course, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau tried to go after them. And then, of course, that got shut down, okay, by the current administration with the CFPB. All right. So that's a whole nother video on why these people just essentially can do whatever they want to do. But anyway, they then contact the creditor. This is key. A lot of people don't know that that letter goes to a certain department in most cases. When I worked at the dealership, they didn't even know where the letters should go. So it would go to management. And then management, they would say, oh, well, we'll just go ahead and respond. Okay. But either way, it would contact the creditor and they're going to respond with a resolution. That's the definition of resolution, which means it can be either corrected if it's incorrect, because that's what they assume the dispute is. It's either incorrect, it's not verified, or, of course, it needs to be removed. If it is accurate and they see that there's nothing wrong with it, like if the dates are correct, the amount is correct, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that item on the report, this is why certain things stay on the report. I know people are going to tell you different things, but don't worry. That's going to go into the next thing. Okay. So now, of course, let's say it does get removed. But here's the thing: dispute does not mean delete. So that means removals, even if it does get removed, it doesn't guarantee a score increase. It doesn't guarantee a score increase. Okay. Removals don't guarantee score increases as accounts get older. Okay. As accounts get older, they have lower value. What does that mean? That means if you do get something removed, there's a chance that your scores won't move at all. Okay. Now, this has nothing to do necessarily with the AI process. This is just disputing in general. And people use AI for that. And they'll say, well, man, how come it didn't get removed? Well, because it's accurate. What happens if it is accurate is what I'm saying. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, by the way, if you are looking to get a custom game plan, this is where we take a look at your credit report. Okay. And we actually tell you exactly what you need to do based on your current credit score, how to qualify for homeownership, what programs are where you live, and of course, how to lower your car payment as well. We help someone go from these credit scores over here to these credit scores over here. Okay. And of course, we actually look at that credit report. So if you want to learn more about that, you can scan the QR code right there in front of you, or you can go ahead and click the link inside of the chat. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. Now, the next thing is AI can't keep items from coming back. They can't keep items from coming back. Let's break this down. AI tools may help generate dispute letters. Okay. We know that, right? You can get a dispute letter by using any AI service. Okay. Dispute letters have been out for years. Okay. And then, of course, you can even try to see if things have been removed. Here's the difference: they can't stop creditors from verifying and re-reporting those same accounts later, especially if it's accurate. Listen, a lot of people in the credit industry won't tell you what I'm about to tell you. Some things come off, some things don't come off, and some things come off and they will be coming back. Okay, let me say that again. Some things come off, some things don't come off, and some things will come back. Okay. Now, I know some people say, hey, listen, I can make it go away. It can never come back. I'm not saying that they can't do something to try to make that happen. But here's what I do know for a fact: you cannot control the other company. Let me give you guys another way of looking at this. And I'm going to talk about this in this next bullet point. Now, this is why at the 850 Club on this YouTube channel, we teach our subscribers, our members, how to handle those situations and avoid temporary fixes that don't stick. If you don't want something to ever come back, what if you did a pay for delete? What if you did a settlement? What if you paid it down to zero? What if? I'm just throwing that out there as an option. I know it's the option that a lot of people don't like, but here's the thing that people don't do the math on. You know, kind of like when you go to Starbucks every day, it costs you $5-6 every day, right? Not a big deal, right? You spend $5 a day at Starbucks. I don't know if it's $5, maybe it's $10 now. $10 a day at Starbucks. There's nothing wrong with this. $10 a day times 5, that's $50 a week. Times 4, that's $200 a month on coffee. Okay. I'm going to show you different math. What if you're paying someone $100, $200, $1,000, whatever, for them to try to remove something off of your credit report when you can take that same money or less and pay it off where it'll never come back if it's a collection, of course. Now, if it's a charge off and it's a credit card, you can still settle that, right? Listen, I'm just saying, if you're going to spend more than $200-300, if you're going to spend more than $500, if you're spending close to $1,000, you should look at all of your options. Look at all of your options. Okay. Just so we're clear, I'm not knocking AI by any measure. We use AI in a lot of things that we do here at 850 Club, but you will never hear me say that, hey, because we're using AI, because listen, if you go to any AI right now, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, at the bottom, there's a disclaimer. What does that disclaimer say at the bottom, everybody? That we can get things wrong, that we make mistakes. Okay. It's searching the internet at a fast pace. And there's some logic that's behind that, but you better believe it's safe, general logic. It's going to be safe, it's going to be general, and it's going to be logic. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that have inaccuracies on their credit report and things there. So we get that. But I'm just kind of setting expectations. Okay. Again, here's another thing too. Watch this. This is exactly why. Okay. This is exactly why at the 850 Club, as a subscriber, as someone that's what I mean, just the channel in general, we teach everybody how to handle those types of situations and avoid temporary fixes that don't stick. Here's another thing too. Watch this. You know how we as consumers use AI and we're talking about all this stuff? Let me explain something to you all. You will never use as much AI as a business would. Let me say that again. If you are using AI, let's say for your credit report, and again, nothing wrong with this, that's your personal credit report. But if you are a company and you are a collection company, if you are a bank, they are spending millions, billions with a B. Y'all see how many people Microsoft just laid off? They are spending millions and billions on AI. So just like we are learning, they are 10 steps ahead of us. They have people researching. So they're using AI too. They're using AI to figure out how to keep things on your credit report. Because if they can keep it in your credit report, they know it irritates you. They want the item to slow you down for homeownership. They want the item to have your credit score low. They want the item to have you paying higher interest. They want that because let's be honest. They're in the game. It's a game. The game is, how long can the company keep it on your credit report? How long can they sell it to another company? And then we play this other game. We say, well, listen, what I got to do to get it removed? Again, listen, this is kind of like working out. We get it. We all want a certain stomach size. We all want a certain waist size. We all want to look a certain way. You got to put the work in. Here's a newsflash. You may have to pay somebody. Nobody talks about this. You might have to pay somebody. Let me go a little bit deeper, because some of you guys are thinking it's personal. It's not personal. Let's say you owe Navy Federal. By the way, if you owe Navy Federal, you got to charge off something like that. They take it personal. They don't care if it's not on your credit report. They have their internal system. So they're using AI as well. They say, hey, listen, the last time we gave this person a $15,000, $10,000, $20,000 credit card, it was a charge off on their credit. They charged it off. And then we added it to their credit report that it was charged off. It's no longer showing on their credit report. AI says, hey, Navy Fed, just because it's not on their credit report, we got them in the database. You can't trust them. But I'm not seeing it on the credit report. Look at the database. Well, that was 10 years ago. Yeah. I'm telling you this. So when you're thinking, man, how come I got denied from Chase? Do you owe Chase money? How come I got denied from Capital One? Did you pay Capital One back? Now, I'm not saying you got to pay everybody back, because listen. My personal experience, I've seen people come into the dealership, things of that sort. I've seen people not pay companies and rebuild relationships with them. But I'm just, again, setting expectations. You can't just do one thing and then hope certain things are going to be a certain way. I'm just letting you know, because I know sometimes people it may get overhyped or oversold. Next is going to be, AI doesn't negotiate with your creditors. It could probably give you a script, right? But can you afford that? Right? It can't negotiate with the creditors. You might have to pick up the phone. While AI can automate the letter, right? Write it for you. It can't negotiate with a real person over the phone. Right? It don't know what the other person's going to say. It can go a lot of different directions. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help you. That's a major gap if you're dealing with collection agencies, or if you're trying to settle a past due balance. Set the proper expectations and understand it will not be guaranteed. Okay? Somebody put in the comments, sometimes you got to do it right. Somebody put this in the comments. Sometimes you got to do it right. Now, can you get away with it sometimes? Maybe, whatever. I get it. I would rather your number one option is to do it right. And then your second option is to try the stuff you hearing. But here's a problem. A lot of people, they switch it. Their number one is, let me try to see what I can do about it first. Let me try to see if I can do the stuff I'm hearing. Then I'm going to do it right. They never get to number two. That's why some of you all never get high limit credit cards, because you keep charging everybody off, and then you keep trying to remove what you charged off. You're not fixing the problem. What's the problem? Pay somebody on time. Hell, anybody on time. Somebody. I remember working at the dealership, and this one guy was like, man, y'all ain't trying to sell no cars up in here. Y'all denying everybody. Sir, you got to pay somebody. Man, it's crazy. People that's got all the answers can't co-sign for no. Moving on. Anyway, that's a major gap, guys. Major gap. Is this helpful? Sometimes you got to do it right. Annie knows what I'm talking about. She says sometimes you got to do it right. All right. Everyday Elevate says sometimes you got to do it right. Queen Vision says, listen, sometimes you have to do it right. That's all, man. I'm just trying to help somebody. Let's keep going. Listen, watch this. This is Newsflash. AI can't pay your bills or open accounts. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you can't learn things, get knowledge and things of that sort, right? But it's got to make sense. Some of you all need more than general information. If you look up, if you Google, or if you ask ChatGPT or anybody else, how can I increase my credit score? How can I improve my credit score? It's going to say, pay your bills on time, keep your balances low. It's way more than that. There are people right now I know that's paying their bills on time. Their credit score is not moving, right? Their credit score is not moving. Why? Because there are things on your credit report that are reporting differently, right? So you got to know these types of things. Okay. Then you have things that they don't say, but that we see. I'll give you an example. Where do you see FICO or Vantage score? Anywhere. And I've done the research. Where have you seen them say anywhere that if you pay an installment loan, which, by the way, what's an installment loan? Anything that ends in the word loan: mortgage loan, student loan, auto loan, personal loan. Those are the 4 types of loans. If you pay off a loan early, what's going to happen to your score, class? Your score is going to drop. Where is that language at? It's nowhere, right? So you get these things that are behind the scenes that the algorithm won't know. It won't know that because it's not going to tell you that. Matter of fact, let's go deeper. Listen, in the last 2 weeks, I've heard 10 people say that they've been paying their balances down and their credit score has been dropping. Seems like a new trend. Something we're going to keep our eyes on. Anyway, not all AI credit builders are legit. Some people getting over on y'all. And many apps overpromise and underdeliver or charge hidden fees. Some even lock you into a subscription that you don't even, your credit score is not even moving. Let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. I don't have any clients that have been paying our company for more than a year or more than 6 months and not seeing any type of results or really hitting their goals. After 90 days, after maybe 6 months at the most, they are hitting their goals. They're on to the next goal. Some of you all are still paying people to get one thing removed. It's been months. It's been a year. Hell, they owe you money at this point. They should be paying you. Some of you all are on year 2, still trying to get 2 accounts removed. Do the math. If you paying somebody $50, $100 a month, $150, whatever the number is, add up how much you've been paying and look at how much of the item it was that you're trying to get removed. You could have paid them by now. Anyway, let's keep going. Here's the deal, guys. We can help you accomplish your credit goals the right way. We use everything. We use logic. We use strategy. We use AI too. You better believe it. It can get an answer from me real quick. But it sets the expectation. So check this out. In the 850 Club Elite, just listen to this real quick. Watch this.
Love this community. The way that we share goals and encourage, it really makes a difference.
I'm happy for the welcome. I enjoyed the orientation with the young lady. That girl is very professional, very clear and concise.
Man, it's been amazing. Absolutely love this club. Glad that I invested in myself. To be able to do this. It's absolutely amazing.
And once they went through and approved, they increased from 800 to 2,300. So I was like, what? You have not because you ask not.
Oh, it's been wonderful. I just joined Sunday evening, and this is my first session. And I'm going to tell you, it's all the way live, and I'm looking to pull some other people in.
There you go. It's all the way live in the 850 Club Elite. See, here's the thing, guys. You got to get around winners. Some of you all are not around winners. Some of you all are you're not hanging around people that are accomplishing their goals. Listen, the people you're hanging around, they're not even talking about their goals. You need to get around people that's talking about some goals. You need to get around people that's talking about winning. You need to listen, it's difficult to become a homeowner if you're not hanging around homeowners or people that have a goal to buy a home. You can't, listen, as a real estate agent, and I'm not trying to talk you guys into buying a house. Y'all can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. Here's what I do know. Listen, there's a 90% chance you are paying to stay somewhere. I'm just letting you know that your credit gives you options. Somebody put in the comments, I have options. I have options. When your credit score is low, you don't have many options. You say, I want to get a car, but my credit is low. They're going to show you where the cars you can get with low credit scores. Some of you all saying, well, listen, I want to buy a house. They're going to show you the door. Y'all, come on now. Listen, if you're tired of being in that neighborhood, we need to make a change. If you're tired of driving that car, we need to make a change. If you're tired of having those low limit credit cards, we got to change something. We got to change something. Somebody put in the comments, we have to change something. We got to change something. It don't have to be the 850 Club Elite. We're going to listen. This channel is only going to keep educating you. But some people want more. If you want more, if you want to get there faster, I'm just letting you know it exists. Okay? I'm just letting you know you need to get around people that's got the same goals as you. You got to get around people that's making moves. See, the speed of the leader, the speed of the pack. So that means that you're only going as fast as the 5 most people you're hanging around the most. You say, well, Calvin, I just hang around the people out there working my job. Great. That means your savings account looks just like theirs. It's an average. The amount of money you make, about the same as theirs. Your credit score is about the same as theirs. It's about the same. Because in order for you to elevate, guess what you got to do? You got to get around people that want to elevate. In order for you to do more, you got to get around people that want to do more. In order for you to get the goal done, to get the job done, to do the activity, to execute, you got to get around those same type of people. Question is, who are you hanging around? I'm not saying you can't hang around your family. I'm not saying you can't hang around certain people. I'm just saying, how much of your time is there? How much of your time is there? How much, or better yet, how much, let's take people out the equation. How much time do you spend on growth? When was the last time you heard something positive? I know it's a lot of negativity out there. I know people don't like the weather. They don't like the president. They don't like the gas prices. They don't like, it's so many things they don't like. Some people right now don't even like Angel Reese. Crazy. People just listen, they got a list of stuff that they don't like. They got a list of things holding them back. If you start with you, you can fix your problems faster. Start with you. Look in the mirror first. Say, what can I do? What can I control? You can't control gas prices. I tried. You can't control the weather. I know I can do that. I didn't even try that. Right? You can't control who wins in the White House. You can't control. Listen, it's not about politics. It's not about all these other things. Focus on what you can do. What can you do? Right? I'm not saying you can't celebrate those things. What can you do? Start with you. Anyway, I gotta update this. I say this every day too. I've been busy, man. I have been busy. Okay. But anyway, still a good story to have. We got plenty of stories inside the 850 Club Elites. We got credit scores going up, things of that sort. Car payments getting low. I think it's a great story. But don't worry, I'm gonna put some more stories up there. I know the Elite. Where y'all at? I know Elite is in the house. If you guys are part of the 850 Club Elite, let us know. No, excuse me, my bad. Let us know in the comment section, okay? Because I'm sure the Elite members are like, Calvin, come on now, you got to swap some of these stories out. I know. Listen, it's so many. But anyway, let's go into the comments, man. Was this good information? Yes or yes? I'm just trying to help somebody out, just to help you all set the expectation. We got Mike in the building. Shout out to Mike, man. Y'all, listen, let me tell y'all what Mike has been doing. Mike is a part of the 850 Club Elite. Let me tell y'all what Mike just recently did. He consolidated his debt. He took out a personal loan. There was an old account that was on his credit report. Old car that totaled out, still paying for it. It's like, man, how can I turn bad debt into good debt? Showed him how to do that. Got the personal loan, paid them off, paid some other people off, and now it's cheaper. Now it's saving him money. He's now saving, I think the number was about $800 a month, somewhere between $400. I think it was like $500 to $600 a month, somewhere in that range, that he's now saving because of that. That's a strategy. That's a strategy, not just general information. Some of you all need a strategy. Okay. Some of you all need to do A before B. You're doing B before A. You're wondering why it's taking you so long. You're wondering why you got to keep resetting the goal. You're wondering why you got to keep moving the goalposts. You're wondering why you got to keep saying, hey, listen, we're going to buy a house next year. What happened to this year? We still got 6 months. You could be a 400 credit score right now, and I can have you in the house by December. You could be a 300 credit score right now. I can have you in the house by December. It takes 90 days, maybe 4 months at the most, 90 days or less to get you in position, right? You keep moving your goals because you don't have the right strategy. You should be seeing results every month. Every month you should be seeing results. Every month your score should be going up. And if it's not going up, you should at least be getting closer to the goal, learning the information, learning step 1, learning step 2, learning step 3. That's all. That's it. Grounded says, absolutely right. Annie's in the house. Elite is in the building. Sean, what's going on, sir? Hi, Calvin. Hi, everybody else. Appreciate you being here. Alethea is in the building. She never misses a live. All right. Empress is in the house. What's going on, Empress? Appreciate you being here. Steven's in the building. Ohio. Right? Alethea says, play or pass. I'm telling you. Right? Grounded says, listen, another thing a lot of people don't know is your 7 years starts over once it goes to the collection company. Listen, y'all better be paying attention to this stuff. Okay. Listen, Alethea says AI is not your credit guide. It's not going to do it for you guys. It's good information. But here's the thing. And I'm not saying take it with a grain of salt either. Right. It's some good information there. But don't just think, oh, well, man, once I send this letter. No, man, it don't work like that. Okay. Sometimes you got to do it right. Y'all better listen to Alethea. Y'all better listen to Queen Vision. Sometimes you got to do it right. Sometimes you got to do it right. Calvin says the same thing. Sean says, I currently have 3 high limit credit cards. Congratulations to you, sir. Moving along. Calvin says, for the score increase, pay your bills on time. No way around it. You got to pay these people, man. See, some of you all have a habit of starting off good. And then you stop paying people. And then you say, man, let me see who I can pay to fix this credit. Why don't you take that money and pay them? If you could do that. Now, I'm not saying you can't do both. Listen, one time I was working at the dealership. This one lady was trying to buy a car. Good story. She was trying to buy a car. And she said, well, I got my trade in. I'm going to trade this in. So when you trade in a car, we have to call the current bank to get what they call a payoff. A payoff is essentially the balance that's due if we send a check to pay off that vehicle. Okay. We got to be an accurate number. The bank says, oh, you with the client right now? I say, yeah, they right here in front of me. What dealership are you at? What's the address? Why do you think they're asking that information? They were 4 months behind on that car. They said, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. We've been looking for this car for quite some time. We're more than likely gonna send a tow truck over there. If they don't buy that car, we're gonna pick it up today. Right? So again, you got to be in position. They went from not having any money down. All of a sudden, once I told them that, I wasn't lying to them either. I was like, hey, I just talked to the bank rep. I don't know if he's serious, but he just said they probably finna come get the car. And they was like, oh, well, in that case, how much we got to put down? Of course, y'all got the money to put down. You ain't paid on the car. That's another thing. Some of you all are, no, listen, if you're not paying certain bills, where's the money going? Some of you all think you got a credit situation. You got a whole time. You got an income situation. You're not making enough money. That's another video. Grounded says, I'm a witness of that. Smooth says, I'm guilty of that. Crystal says, y'all just showed up in my algorithm, and I agree. Sometimes you got to do it right. That's right, Crystal. Welcome to the family. Smooth says, I just feel lost and tired of being a sucker, thinking some of these people are willing to help me, but they aren't. Smooth. Listen, let me show you something, Smooth. Let me show you something. What you want to see? Let me show you something. Let me show you what happens when you listen to the information I give you. Let me show y'all something. I showed some of you all this yesterday. Don't worry. I'm gonna start backwards. Let me find something that's undeniable. Watch this. I'm gonna share this real quick. Watch this. This is a young lady. She watches our YouTube channel. She says, listen, I want to buy this Mercedes car. I want to buy this Mercedes. And I want to save the most amount of money possible. And I need to make sure my credit is where it needs to be. I need to know what to say to the dealership. Done deal. Told her exactly what needs to happen. Got the car. Guy I went to high school with wanted to buy investment property. Did that. Young lady right here didn't qualify for a home. She went from the 400s to now she's in the she was well into the 600s or 700s. Either way, qualified for that house. She says, listen, I want a house. A lot of people want houses. That's easy. Listen, there's another client right here. She got a car and a house, not too far from each other. Crazy, right? I'm telling you, listen, guys, it can happen for you too. It can happen for you. I promise you it can happen for you. But you gotta believe in you. You have to believe in you. Okay? There are people out here that's really making things happen. There are people out here that are really making things happen. Are you listening to me? Now, I know some of you guys are thinking, well, Calvin, you know what? I don't know if I'm old enough. No problem. Listen, there's a couple right here. This is a 2-unit property behind them. He is collecting rent. One of the youngest landlords in the state. He says, Calvin, listen, my dad says you can help me. What do I need to do first? I said, here's step 1. Here's step 2. Here's step 3. Here's step 4. He followed it. He didn't ask any questions after that. He followed my advice. He says, Calvin, I got my pre-approval. Of course you did. Because I do this on a regular basis. And if there's anything I'm arrogant on, it's my clients having success. Listen, I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your story is. It can happen. Let me show y'all this young man right here. Check this out. Let me show y'all this right here real quick. This man went to 3 people to try and buy a home. He went to 3 lenders. One said no. Another one said, come back, we'll try again. They tried it again. It was still a no. The third one he went to really pissed him off. The third one he went to said, just do this, pay this off. Tried to get him there, still denied. He says, man, listen, I see you on my Facebook timeline. I see people always buying houses. I'm tired of trying. I'm just going to be a forever renter. Tell me exactly what I need to do. I told him exactly what he needed to do. This is what we did. He got a custom game plan, guys. For those who don't know, that's where we look at your credit report and we tell you exactly what needs to happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave him step 1. He was like, man, I really don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that. Right. And just so you guys know, it wasn't paying somebody off. That was one of the things was that he already knew that. But this other thing was something that he was like, I don't think I really had to do that. Yeah, this is what's holding you back. I'm telling you. So you mean to tell me that this is what's been holding me back all this time? How come none of these other lenders told me this? Because lenders don't know credit. Not all. You don't have to listen. Most lenders understand the basics of credit. Low score, high score. They put your application through a machine. They put it through a machine. And they says approved, eligible, or denied. Right? Then you have what they call a manual. They have to do a manual underwrite. That means someone human has to take a look at it. I said, listen, this is what's going to happen. This was because I know the front end and I know the back end. I know what the underwriters want to see. I know what the banks want to see. I know what the mortgage companies want to see. I know what the dealerships want to see. I know what the personal loan companies want to see. I know what the credit card companies want to see. I know what that landlord wants to see. Homeowner, done. Give me somebody else. Is that easy? Young lady right here, she said, listen, I'm seeing you on my Facebook page all the time. On my social media, it's people holding this big key. I want to do that. Me and my husband trying for years now. I don't know why we keep getting denied. Here's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. She ain't never moved that fast ever. Done deal. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm just letting you know that what you're trying to do is the goal you're trying to accomplish is happening right here in A50 Club. You're here for a reason. You're watching this for a reason. I'm not trying to sell you on nothing. I'm just listen. Whether you join the A50 Club Elite or not, if you binge watch my channel like you binge watch Netflix, if you binge watch this channel like you binge watch your favorite TV show, you're going to hit your goals. I promise you that. Because it's all accurate information that does not send off. But if you say, Calvin, I ain't got that kind of time to be binge watching stuff, I have alternatives. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Y'all better listen to Tiffany. Tiffany said, I have options. You better believe it. Alethea says, I have options. KM Hart says, I have options. Right? Listen, Grindr says, absolutely, I have options. I'm seeing it all come to life. Hitting these goals, you got to change something. Sometimes you got to change something. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Okay. Listen, Alethea says Mike doing the dang, and we're watching it unfold. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one that's winning. It's a lot of people that's out here winning. But guess what? He's also around some winners. June says, I need some assistance. June, we got you. Listen, come on into the 850 Club Elite family. The doors are open. The doors are open. If you are watching this on your TV right now, scan the QR code right there on your screen. If you are watching this on your phone, I'm putting this link inside the chat. Either one is going to work for you. A custom game plan, or if you want to get into the Elite. Now, I recommend the Elite because you're going to have questions. You're going to have questions. I want to answer those questions. My team wants to answer those questions. My real estate team I had a conversation with them today. They're waiting for your questions. Okay. My credit team's in there too. We're waiting for your questions. Okay. Listen, business. If y'all serious about business credit, business funding, y'all better be up in the building. Y'all know what's coming up, right? Oh, let me show y'all. Elite, y'all ready for next week? They ain't ready for next week. Hold on one second. They ain't ready. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. So in the 850 Club Elite. So listen, check this out. Let me share this screen real quick. We have on the 15th, okay, we got our third masterclass coming up. It's going to be credit leveraging for business and wealth, okay? We're going to be talking about how to get business funding, how to build your business credit scores, okay? And answering questions. You're going to learn and you're going to get your questions answered. We talk about everything here, okay? Now, we're talking about business credit and business funding right now, but we're going to be talking about home ownership in a couple weeks. Get ready. Get ready for this. If you are serious about home ownership, well, I promise you, you better get ready to hold them keys. If you are serious about home ownership and you join the 850 Club, get ready to pack your bags. Everybody can't say that. I know I can say that because this is what I do. This is what we do here. Okay? I'm just saying. Here, let me show y'all one more thing. Listen, I told y'all, I'm just gonna be bragging on what's going on. Watch this. This is the real estate company we own. Look at that. Do you know why we have do you know why we have 142 5-star reviews? Do you know why? Because we don't send people off. Because we answer the phone. Because when we give you a strategy and you follow the strategy, you will be a homeowner. If you follow the strategy, you will be a landlord. If you follow the strategy, you will buy your second property, your third property, your fourth property. If I'm telling you, if you pay attention to this, I'm telling you, it can happen. I know it can. We do this on a regular basis. On a regular basis, guys. Let me go back to this. Okay. But a lot of stuff is coming up, so I need you guys to get ready. Jessica says, listen, same here. Nervous single mom. Jessica, I got you. I got you. You just need a strategy. That's all. Guys, you're only missing two things. Information and execution. I'm going to give you the information. That's the best I can do. Okay? Because I see, listen, just like, you know, the old saying, if you lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink it. If I got to drag you in, I got to drag you around. That's the information. Now, this is where the community comes in. Watch this. We're going to follow up with you. You say you want to buy a house. How we looking? You say you want to get another car. Where's the car at? You say you want to lower your car payment. Why are we still overpaying? We check in. We're talking about what's going on, what we're doing. It's when you see, again, some of you all don't know what it feels like to be around people that's going to be rooting for you. Some of you all have family that will not root for you. You have spouses that won't root for you. You have coworkers who talk about you. They won't root for you. You got to get around people that want to see you win. When you're around people that want to see you win, that makes the process easier. Let's be honest, it's difficult to try to win and you got people that are trying to hate on you all the time. I get it. I know some people say, well, just turn that hate into some haterade, and I get all that, but sometimes it messes with your mental if you're around negative people all day complaining and they don't want to change anything. Y'all, but don't listen to me. Listen to Calvin Colwell. We're all winning in the 850 Club, right? Jessica says, I just want to align myself to be able to show my daughters how to be strong financial women as they are 15 and 19. Come on, Jessica, we got some work to do, especially that 19-year-old. She getting credit card offers in the mail. Come on now. We got to, and that's another thing. Jessica just mentioned something. We got to learn this stuff. Not because even if you say, you know what, I don't want to learn none of this stuff. If you got kids, where do kids get financial advice from? They should be getting it from you. They should be, think about it. Why do listen, we about to get racial up in here. Hope y'all get ready. Not crazy this, but watch where I'm going. A lot of different races, and I'm not gonna say which ones. Y'all know the answers to this stuff. A lot of different races, they have conversations at the dinner table about how to buy property, about how to buy a home, about how to lower your car payment, about like not just a credit score. People brag online and, oh, I got a 700. What you doing with it? People don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't brag on a score. Show me the asset. Show me the equity. Show me your money growing while you sleep. That's what we're talking about here. You can do this. Okay? I'm telling you. Okay? But either way, guys, listen, I'm not going to hold you all too long. Okay? But listen, Charles said, he said, that's me. I'm ready like him. Oh man. Hey, Charles, listen, we got something big for you. Next week is going to be, we'll be talking about the business credit, business funding for your, I think you said you had a trucking company, I believe, transportation company, I believe, logistics. Yes. Listen, if you guys are serious about business funding, business credit, get into the room. You got to get into the room. It's going to be only in the elite. And this type of information never comes on YouTube. Never comes on YouTube. I'm telling you. Okay, it's gonna be some good stuff. Okay, but anyway, guys, listen, we're gonna end it off with Mike. Mike says he's saving $966 a month from paying both of those accounts. Trina's in the house. Appreciate you being here, Trina. Israel says, good evening, Cal. What's going on, sir? Appreciate you being here. Right? Listen, guys, I'm telling you, you need a strategy. See, Mike already had the credit, but nobody gave him that strategy. What good is the credit score if the banks are still making money off of you? What good is the credit score if your landlord's still pushing you around? What good is that credit score if you're still hearing gunshots outside your house? What good is that credit score if your car can't make it down the street? I'm going to let y'all decide on your own. But just do know this. I greatly appreciate you all being here. Continue to watch the channel. All the new people to the channel, welcome to the family. Subscribe to the channel. But listen, if you want to hit your goals faster, if you want to qualify for a home this year, join the 850 Club Elite. You want to lower your car payment. You tired of paying it. Listen, you could be putting that money somewhere else. Join the 850 Club Elite. If you say, well, Calvin, you know what? I ain't going to do that. No problem. Binge watch these videos. Either way, you're going to win. Either way, just by being a part of 850 Club, you are going to win. And I can't wait to hear you tell your story. See you guys inside the Elite, and of course, on the next video.